Welcome back, everybody, to the PCast, the Jeff PCast. Today, we got a number of topics that we're going to be going over. A lot of it being very long, concerning all the different topics that we have. I think we have 8 different topics. The number of topics and all the topics will be put on the screen for everybody to see. Richard is going to now go over all the different topics that we have, all 8 different topics. So, Richard, take it away.
Yes, the first topic is the Taliban shuts down internet in Afghanistan. The second topic is South Africa's ambassador is found dead in Paris. The third topic is Michigan Mormon church shooting. The fourth topic is the looming government shutdown. The fifth topic is troops deployed to cities like Chicago and Portland. The sixth topic is Mayor Eric Adams drops out of the race for New York City mayor. The seventh topic is EA is bought out by an Arabic company. And the eighth topic is the YouTube hype feature and what this will mean going forward.
Yeah. Those are a lot of things that we have to get over through this. I don't want to keep this too long, obviously, because everyone's going to start wondering when is this video going to freaking end. So we're going to keep this short for each of the topics. I'll obviously have a article pulled out for each of the different topics here. So what was the first topic? We'll go over it now.
Yes, the first topic is Taliban shuts down internet in Afghanistan.
Oh, that's a big one. I actually need to read this article quite a bit here. Let me pull it up here. 1 second, as the freaking Washington Post is making me subscribe to them. Okay, so Afghanistan, right? Jeez. So Afghanistan, Taliban shuts down internet indefinitely. And it says here, on orders from the ruling Taliban, Afghanistan's telecommunications authorities have capped fiber optic internet access. It is unclear how long telephone and cellular networks will be affected or to what degree. Right. So, Afghanistan's Islamist Taliban authorities have ordered a nationwide shutdown of the country's fiber optic internet, and until further notice, according to a government source who spoke with French news agency AFP on the condition of anonymity. The Internet Outage Detection and Analysis, a project by the Georgia Institute of Technology that monitors and... Okay, that's a bunch of useless BS. So the main reason they are, from what I'm getting out of this, that main reason that they are shutting down the internet in Afghanistan is because of immorality on the internet. So it says here, the Taliban began severing fiber optic cables in our regions to combat vice several weeks ago. Earlier this month, the Taliban's provincial spokesman in Balkh said that internet access had been cut on the leadership's orders, noting this measure was taken to prevent vice, and alternative options will be put in place across the country to meet connectivity needs. So this is big, guys, right? The Taliban, they have shut down the internet, and all the people in Afghanistan cannot contact the outside world for the time being. That is insane. I'm going to switch this back to me and Richard here. Okay, so Richard, what are some key thoughts that you're getting out of this, especially with them shutting down the internet over in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I think it's generally, I guess it could be looked at as good or bad, but probably bad because then there's not really any internet communication from outside Afghanistan. I mean, people can't do research. Um, I'm sure anything that's like connected to like any automated system or like any credit card system might not be working. But it's probably the way that the Taliban is trying to, I guess, use its Islamic extremist, fundamentals to, I guess, supposedly, I guess, keep that order of doing that. I mean, I guess in a sense of control. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that's
I
what they
mean,
sound.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what I think what's happening is that they're using this so that they cannot, the people in Afghanistan, they cannot contact people really from outside the nation or really inside the nation. Like, let's say if they shut the internet down in Afghanistan, which they did, this could mean that they're trying to limit the amount of cooperation um, in Afghanistan. So, what I mean by this is like, if they have people that are probably organizing and grouping together that do not like the Taliban, this prevents them from communicating with each other working together as an organization. That's a main part and major reason that I think they're doing this. And another major part is they want to limit how much of the outside world, especially the West, is getting into Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they think a bunch of things that are coming out of the West is a bunch of immoral stuff, right? Like, you got abortion, transgenderism, tons of random crap, women's rights. They don't like that, right? Um, and that can be seen on Afghanistan's people in Afghanistan's phones using the internet. Shutting down the internet preeminently, what that does is it just removes that for them. So that's why they're trying to find a solution right now. What I think that's what they're trying to find a solution for, and it also seizes the possibility of calling for help. Like, let's say Taliban's doing a bunch of stuff that they probably should not be doing. Let's say um, that means nobody in Afghanistan can really get an outside connection and shut. Nobody can get an outside connection and show people on the internet what is happening in Afghanistan. So I think something is underlyingly happening in Afghanistan right now. That's what I think personally. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We can always be wrong about this stuff. However,
Yeah.
that's just what it looks like right now. I mean, the only way people can contact people right now from Afghanistan, I don't know if Starlink works there. I don't think most anybody there even has Starlink. I don't know. Another way is just the main way is just leaving Afghanistan. That's the only other way I could think of. So they're withholding the information within Afghanistan. So that's huge. Let me go back to the article here. See what they're covering here to see how it finishes off. Okay. So it says internet speeds are now expected to be downgraded from 4G to 2G in the coming hours or days, posing potentially grave problems for the country's economy and its government administrators. The Taliban has implemented numerous restrictions designed to combat immorality as defined by its strict interpretation of Islam since returning to power in 2021. So this article also believes that they are trying to remove the immorality from what the Afghanistani people are seeing on their phones, computers, whatever, on the internet. So yeah, that is major news. So I think we should move on over to the next topic. Richard, what's the next topic here?
The next topic is South Africa's ambassador found dead in Paris.
That's a biggie. That's a biggie. All right. 1 second. All right, we are going to switch that over back to my web screen. All right, let me read this article. South African ambassador is found dead in Paris. The police are investigating the death of the ambassador. I cannot say his name. Something Emmanuel. I can't say his last name. So we're going to call him Emmanuel. And they're thinking that it's a possible suicide. So the police are investigating the death of South Africa's ambassador to France as a possible suicide after he was found dead outside a Paris hotel on Tuesday, according to the French authorities. So Laure Bec, whatever, I'm sorry for butchering these names. I'm just not even going to attempt to say them, right? Um, so this Paris prosecutor said in a statement that the ambassador Emmanuel had booked a room on the 22nd floor of the Hyatt Regency Hotel on the western edge of the French capital. The room's window had been forced open with scissors that were left at the scene. And Mr. whatever Emmanuel's body was found in the hotel's courtyard shortly after 11 a.m. by security guard Miss Becquau said. So Emmanuel's wife reported missing to the police on Monday evening after he sent her a message in which he apologized to her and expressed the intention to end his life. Miss Emmanuel said, and the ambassador booked the room over a week ago, she said. So it from what it looks like from the message, it looks like it's a suicide. However, it does stay here that while initial investigation suggests that this may have been a deliberate act without the involvement of a third party, the purpose of this investigation is to gather any information that may be useful in understanding what exactly happened, she said. I have no doubt that his passing is not only a national loss, but is also within. Okay. So this one is more just a shock of news that this ambassador from South Africa um, killed himself. Well, actually, I can't say that on YouTube, can I'm gonna have to blur that one out. Um, how should I say this? Crap. Um, oh, screw it,
Self
Weeball. Weeball. Screw it, Weeball. He unalived himself, right? Um, I forgot YouTube doesn't like that word. They don't
read
like.
self delete.
He's
Self delete.
self-deleted. Yes, self-deleted. That's a good word to put it. Um, we have to dodge YouTube's words on their TOS or whatever that they don't want us to say, or else we get um taken down. So we gotta avoid saying the that word. So we just gotta say unalive or something, or delete self-deleted. Completely forgot about that. Oh well, we're probably going to be taken down. Well, I don't think we're going to be taken down. I just don't think YouTube's not going to care about this anyways. They're not going to care. It's whatever. But yeah. I mean, it's just a on a live moment there. He just. I mean, there's really nothing more to say. I mean,
Wait,
we don't know why he wanted to unalive himself. I'm I'm guessing his wife probably knew, or maybe some of his close friends or family might have knew. But either way, this is just news that we thought we might share. I don't think it's anything we need to go in depth for. What you have anything to say on that one, Richard?
I would say, I mean, yeah, South Africa is. I mean, it is like I guess more of a developed country than the other countries in Africa, but they do have like, some relations with Europe and the rest of the world. It's just a shock, I guess, from any country this would happen. But
Yeah,
what goes on with South African politics going forward? I guess with this ambassador
yeah.
found dead.
So I think we should move on to the next topic because that one was pretty quick. No need to go in more depth on that one. So what's the next topic, Richard?
Yes, Michigan Mormon church shooting.
Gotcha. We're going to switch that on over. Okay, so Michigan church shooting. I have an article here from the New York Times. Let's get into reading this out loud here. So, Michigan church attacker is said to have held a grudge against Mormons. Yep, sounds about right. Checks out. Several friends and acquaintances of the man accused of attacking a Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, aka Mormon Church, meeting house, said a long he had long railed against the faith. And of course, the shooter also burned down the church as well, which is actually that actually kind of shocked me as well. Did you hear about that, Richard?
No, I mean until you showed me this article yesterday, I didn't see it.
Yeah, the this this shooter, he came in shooting, and then he apparently burned down the church as well. It's kind of crazy. Um, so the former Marine accused, oh, it's a Marine, okay. He was accused of killing 4 people in a fiery attack held on a Michigan church held a deep grudge against the Mormon Church. According to the 2 lifelong friends and other people who knew him, the animosity, the friend said, stemmed from a breakup with a religious girlfriend over a decade ago and led the man to rant about the church at his best friend's wedding, refer to it as the Antichrist, and just days before the attack, spew invective against Mormons to a canvassing politician. So this guy just had a history of hitting the Mormons here, and especially this church in particular here in Michigan. So the attacker identified by the authorities is Thomas Jacob Sanford. He crashed a 4-door pickup truck displaying 2 American flags into the church building. I think I did see an image about that. And during a worship service on Sunday morning, and then opened fire with an assault style weapon, and a blaze later consumed the church. I'm actually curious as to what the weapon was, because I doubt it's actually an assault weapon. It's probably a semi-automatic gun, which is what almost all of them label assault weapons as, anyways. But either way, this was a horrible attack. So victims as young as 6 were ripped by gunshots, and Mr. Sanford, who was 40, was shot dead by the police while I'm pretty sure they were exchanging gunfire. So this guy named Peter Tersigny, who lives in Michigan, said he had known Mr. Sanford since preschool and called him his best friend. 4 years in the Marine Corps, including his time in Iraq, changed his friend from former class clown into a more serious person. He said. Okay, so this is a good paragraph here. His time living in Utah, however, and heavy use of methamphetamine. That's a biggie. Appeared to change him more. There, he fell in love with a woman who was a member of the church, of the Mormon Church, and the relationship ended painfully, his friend said. That's big. That is big. So that explains his relation to the Mormon Church. He met this um, what ex what well former partner relation former girlfriend, I guess, in Utah, which is like the state capital of, well, the capital for the Mormon Church is Utah, right? I'm pretty sure like almost about half of Utah are Mormons. Um, so that explains it. Horrible relationship ended painfully, and now he had a bitter um, feud, you could say, like a grudge. Yeah, that's the word, grudge against the Mormon Church here. And of course, it says he was on heavy use of methamphetamine, but this is from the New York Times, so I don't know if that's true or not, but I will just assume it is, considering that's all the information. That's the information I'm being fed with right now from the New York Times, right? Um, Mentally, he was in rough shape. No crap, he was taking methamphetamine. Um,
I wonder when he took it. I wonder if he took it before he met the girlfriend or after or during.
I think he took it after. That's what I. Let me just
Oh,
double check if he says. Yeah, it was probably during and maybe and after. During and after, because it was saying it was during his time living in Utah. He used methamphetamine, and it changed him while he was in Utah. So it's probably during and after. Um, and it says he got this whole fascination with Mormons, and that they are the Antichrist, and they're going to take over the world. That's a little bit extreme, a little crazy. Um, and all he could talk about was Mormons. He said, I was like, dude, nobody wants to hear about this stuff. So this guy was extremely obsessed with the Mormon church, and he hated. He generally believed that these guys were the Antichrist. When you believe something, you almost, what's the word I'm going for? If you when you believe something so adamantly, you will actively act on what you believe right there. Like, let's say, for example, Charlie Kirk shooting. I know this is a little bit of an exaggerated, um, what's the word? A little bit of an exaggerated
Example.
example,
Example of
example, example, example. Yes, example. Um, However, thinking about it this way, the shooter for the Charlie Kirk shooting, right? The guy thought he was like the worst human being possible. He was a Nazi, he was a fascist. The guy needed to die, right? When you think about it that way, if you think somebody is a Nazi or a fascist and everybody around you is telling you that they are, and the media is telling you that somebody is a Nazi or a fascist, then obviously, and if they're telling you, if that person in front of you, like in a field, and they're telling you that this person's a Nazi, a fascist, and they are like Adolf Hitler and they will kill tons of people, would you take the shot? If everyone around you, the media, everybody around you, all your friends, family was telling you that this person is Adolf Hitler, this guy is a Nazi, this guy's a fascist, this guy is going to kill millions of Jews. That's so this guy adamantly believed that these guys were the Antichrist and they were gonna completely change the world for worse because he believed they were the Antichrist. And so he took it upon himself to shoot up this church and burn it down. And it says in the article that he consistently talked about the Mormon church, even when his friends and family immediately got bored with it, or well, got annoyed rather, about him talking about the Mormon church constantly. And they're like, dude, you got to stop talking about this. Nobody cares this much about the Mormon church. Let them be. And he's just like consistently blabbing about the Antichrist and how the Mormons are the Antichrist. So this is quite the topic. Let me scroll down some more, see if there's anything else I need to cover here. Um, so it looks like he was extremely religious. Um, when he had fallen in love with her and joined the church. And here's a quote saying he wasn't so sure that he wanted to become a member of this church, but he really wanted to be with this woman. So I think what this all comes down to is he joined this church just for this woman and got his heart broken by this Mormon woman, and now he believes every Mormon now is horrible and part of the Antichrist. That's basically what it comes down to. Um, Anything else you want to add to that, Richard?
I mean, not too much. Yeah, pretty much. It seems like yeah, he was just really heartbroken. I guess by the breakup with the girl, but I guess it drove him very crazy. But he had to take it out of the church, and I mean the Mormon church. So,
Yeah.
which that's very unfortunate. I mean, people were killed, and innocent lives that had nothing to do with the situation were killed. I mean, that's very horrible.
Yeah, I don't even think I think this was just a church that he was living next to. I don't think this was the church that that woman even went to or had any relation to. Just that they were Mormons, I think. I could be wrong. Um Either way, um ended off pretty badly. Lunatics. Anyways, what's the next topic that we have coming up
Next,
next?
it's the looming government shutdown.
Oh, the looming government shutdown. That is a biggie. That is also a big one. Let's pull that one up here. Okay, so I have an article here from the AP News, and it says what we know about the government shutdown, what we know about how a government shutdown would unfold. I think this mostly goes into right here about what a government shutdown is. Uh, okay. Republicans have crafted a short-term measure to fund the government through November 21st, but Democrats have insisted that the measure address their concerns on health care. They want to reverse the Medicaid cuts in President Trump's mega bill passed this summer, as well as extend tax credits that make health insurance. Okay. So what's happening right now is Republicans have put together a short term measure bill, whatever, to pass in order to keep the government functioning through November, all the way through November 21st. However, the Democrats are not signing on this because what they want to get something out of this, or else the government will shut down. What they want is they want to reverse the Medicaid cuts in Donald Trump's big beautiful bill that he passed this summer. I'm pretty sure it's the big beautiful bill. I mean, it just says on here President Trump's mega bill, um, and they also want to remove some of his extended tax credits that make health insurance premiums more affordable. They want to reverse that. Who purchased for purchase through the marketplace established by the Affordable Health Care Act. Republicans say that that's all a non-starter. No, neither side is showing any signs of budging, with the House not even expected to be in session before a shutdown has begun. And the shutdown, I think, is probably going to happen. I think it's almost guaranteed going to happen. There's I think 90% chance of the government shutting down, at least until something happens, like, obviously. So, for those that don't know how these government shutdowns work, when a lapse in funding occurs, the law requires agencies to cease activity and furlough their non-accepted employees. Accepted employees include those who would perform work to protect life and property. They stay on the job but don't get paid until after the shutdown has ended. During the 35-day partial shutdown in Trump's first term, roughly 340,000 of the 800,000 federal workers were furloughed. The remainder were accepted and required to work. So there's a lot of things that shut down in the government. There will still be like some things that run, obviously, that we need to function as a society, obviously. Like for example, FBI investigators, CIA officers, air traffic controllers, and agents manning airport checkpoints continue work, and obviously members of the armed forces continue their work. You can't just furlough our entire military and then have them come back after the show. Like that doesn't you have to keep them around, right? Will furloughed federal workers get paid? Yes, but not until the shutdown is over, obviously. And AP News is now asking me to sign up, which I will not. Maybe another time, AP News. All right. There's a lot of things that closed down in the shutdown. So a bunch of federal agencies actually do shut down. I do know that. Agencies should consider issuing a reduction. Yeah. Okay. I know a bunch of agencies shut down. Like, for example, let's say, I don't know, Richard, give me a random agency. Except
The national park.
the national parks. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think they shut down. I'm pretty sure.
pretty sure.
In fact, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Do national park close during government shutdown? I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure.
Yeah, it is.
a lot of customer service for a lot of the departments, just like the Department of Health. I think the IRS might be affected, like the customer
Yeah,
service for the IRS.
yeah. A lot of
Um,
things get shut down here.
yeah, anything on the federal level, yeah, they
Oh, and not
so
not look. I just scroll down, and then it shows me all the agencies that shut down. And look at that. The second one here is National Park Service. So yeah, you're right.
okay.
Um, so shutdown practices in the past. Here's some excerpts from those plans. So Education Department, they shut down National Park, shut down Smithsonian Institution, National Zoos, Fire and Drug, basically FDA here. A bunch of places things shut down. They just their workers are furloughed. Um, they don't work, right? Until the shutdown is over, then they can work again, obviously. So yeah, do you have anything to say on that, Richard?
I mean, I think the whole thing with Medicaid is probably a big reason why they're, I guess, as you mentioned earlier in the article, doing the shutdown. I mean, the Republicans want to cut Medicaid because the Democrats want to keep Medicaid. But
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's a big budget. I guess it's a close. I think it's a close number of seats in the Congress. So
yeah.
Republicans majority, but I don't know if they need 60 votes in the Senate or 66, 50, 57 votes to pass the bill. I'm not quite sure,
I
but
can't. I think they need a. It's not a
so much.
simple majority. They need a 2/3. I'm pretty sure. Because if it's
There
66, that sounds like a 2/3 majority. Or well,
definitely.
67, 667. Yeah, that sounds like a 2/3
I guess,
majority.
so I guess they probably can't agree on the bill. I mean, the fiscal year for the federal government is October 1st to September 30th. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it looks like they have to resolve it. I mean, how long will it take? I guess we'll find out. I mean, it could end up being a partial government shutdown, maybe. I mean, we'll find out.
It probably will. Probably will. I don't think it'll do go any further than a partial shutdown. I mean, Donald Trump. I think he stated that he is not backing down here. I think he stated that there's most likely going to be a government shutdown unless the Democrats give in, because Republicans and Donald Trump are not giving in to the Democrat demands of repealing the Medicaid from his bill.
Mhm. And I think also when Trump was inaugurated back on January 20th, he offered a buyout to a lot of the government workers,
Mhm.
generally older people or people with a lot of tenure, a lot of years. So I think he gave them pay up until I think it was around September 20th. So I think he really planned it strategically to, I guess, downsize a lot of the federal government workforce. So I
Yeah,
guess it's not too soon. So, I guess we'll see how it plays out. But I think it's definitely going to be smaller. The question is how much smaller and how long will the government shutdown last. I mean, I guess we'll see.
yeah. All right. So, what's the next topic? I think we're at least halfway through the topics here already.
Yes, yeah, that's the fourth topic. So the next topic is troops deployed to cities like Chicago and Portland.
That's a biggie. That's a biggie. All right. Let me pull it up here. So, here's an article from CNN. President Trump plans to send troops to Portland, Chicago, and Memphis, which I didn't know about. And here's what we know. So, it says President Trump's announcement that he will send troops to Portland against to Portland, agents clashing with protesters near an ICE building um, in suburban Chicago, and the expected arrival of the National Guard in Memphis are the most recent examples of current and possible federal law enforcement crackdown in U.S. cities. Let's see. Trump said on social media Saturday he was directing the Department of Defense to provide all necessary troops to protect war ravaged Portland. Trump said the decision was necessary to protect U.S. immigration and customs enforcement ICE facilities. His announcement was met with pushback from Oregon's Democratic governor. Confirmation on Sunday of a National Guard deployment was met with a lawsuit from the state of Oregon and Portland alleging unlawful overreach by the administration. And so in Chicago, federal authorities have fired pepper balls and tear gas at protesters at an ICE building in Broadview, west of Chicago. The confrontations come amid a surge of immigration enforcement that began earlier this month. So this is a lot like what has happened already, where we saw Trump's crackdown in the District of Columbia, right, as it states here, and it also happened in Los Angeles when those Los Angeles protests, or rather riots, broke out. Um, I think wasn't that earlier this year? Yeah, it was earlier this year. Um,
Yes.
where those Los Angeles riots. I swear, Los Angeles, dude. I could you not. Los Angeles, I swear, Los Angeles is a PvP server, dude. I swear. Like, there's a, if there's anything happening in this country, it's almost there's a if you can bet on it, you have a good chance of making a lot of money on betting that it's probably going to be happening in Los Angeles if anything bad is happening. I could you not, because Los Angeles, right? Los Angeles has a multitude of things happening all the time, whether it's like riots and protests, or just like some political dilemma happening, or even just like them burning to the ground. Because you remember that when Los Angeles was completely just like turned into a hellhole of fire.
Yeah, I mean, well, it happened a couple of times. It happened during the Rodney King riots back in 1992. I mean, that was before I was born. That's when, was it Rodney King? Yeah, I think did he? I think he killed somebody, and then was it the National Guard was they were doing? Oh no, I think it was. I think he killed somebody. I don't know if they killed. I think they might have killed him, but like there was a whole bunch of protests about it,
Oh
and
yeah,
yeah, burning down this, burning down like everything in the whole city, whatever it is, and there are riots everywhere. I think that was the thing. Wasn't O.J. Simpson in Los Angeles too? Didn't they have the old O.J. Simpson, I guess, chase over there as well?
I th-
I think.
I think so. I think
Yeah,
so. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, because everything happens in Los Angeles. Like, there's so many things happening that shoot,
yeah, dude.
that very well could have happened in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't doubt
yeah,
it.
yeah. Same thing in 2020. Yeah, definitely Los Angeles was one of the big cities that had all the, I guess, protests going on. With
Hmm.
or was it curfew or protest? I don't know. A lot of protests going on during the pandemic or whatever it
Yeah,
is. Yes. Or no, during George Floyd. George Floyd.
George
Uh,
Floyd. Yep, yep. That was the Black Lives Matter protests.
yeah, it was all over the country. I'm sure it happened
Oh
in
yeah,
Los Angeles.
definitely, definitely. Those
Now this.
Los Angeles is just a crap show. Like, do you remember when like they went out to clean the streets? Gavin Newsom ordered them to clean the streets of like all the bunch of poop scattered around the Los Angeles and all the trash and stuff
Oh yeah,
because
Skid Row.
Xi
Oh,
Jinping was coming into town.
really? Oh wow, that must have been an embarrassment. Oh, with the Rodney King case, I think it was. I think they someone recorded. I guess the police were beating up Rodney King. I don't know if he was innocent or not. I think he might. Well, I think it's a long story, whatever it is, but I think that's what started the whole riots. But yeah, anyway, yeah,
Gotcha.
no, there's a lot of Los Angeles. You have like Straight Outta Compton. I don't know if you ever heard of that movie. That's Compton, Los Angeles. You have South Central, which is a really bad area too in Los Angeles. I mean, they have a lot of gangs over there: the Crips, the Bloods,
The Crips,
MS-13,
yeah,
street
yeah.
gangs,
It's
everything
just
over there.
crazy.
Yeah,
And
I'll tell.
along with this, did you see that people are like going crazy about how Antifa is now a domestic terrorist organization?
Oh, really? Oh, they finally classify it as a domestic terrorist organization.
Yeah, they got identified, and people are saying that Antifa isn't an organized like group or organization when they obviously are. They have like a whole membership like process and everything. They probably have like their own like handshake or something, right? They literally have a Twitter or like an organization where it's called Antifa International, because Antifa isn't just in America as well. It's like just the other week, Antifa was in the streets of Paris. They were protesting, but it's probably a riot. right? Um, Antifa's everywhere. It's a whole organization. People are saying it's not an organization because it's not official organization.
It looks
Well,
pretty organized
it's
the way
pretty
that like
organized. If come on, like obviously they're meeting up at these places. If I don't know that this is, if I don't know this is happening, and they're just meeting up, obviously they're communicating with each other about this. Obviously, considering that they have these like posters saying, "Do you want to join your local Antifa? Well, so join this membership today to join your local Antifa chapter." Like, come on, bro, come on. They have chapters everywhere. Um, that's it's like saying like some of these like gangs or whatever. Like for example, let's say like the Hell's Angels, the biker group. That's like
yes,
saying they're not an organized group. They're one hundred
that's
percent. They're 100% an organized group. 100%. Just like Antifa. That's like saying, like, come on, come on. Anyways, let's move on to the next topic here because I need to
yeah,
cut this short soon.
yes. Mayor Eric Adams drops out of race for NYC mayor.
That is a big one, biggie. All right, so Mayor Eric Adams ends re-election bid for New York City mayor. This is big because right now, well, before New York City was divided into four different candidates, major candidates running for New York City mayor. Uh, the one leading the polls right now is the newcomer, Mamdani. Have you heard of Mamdani?
Yes, I've heard of him. Yeah,
Yeah, Zoran Mamdani. He's basically just a communist. To put it bluntly, like the guy believes in like so many like socialist like things.
mhm.
Well, not even socialist. They're just, most of them are like a bunch of communist things. Like, for example,
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure he said something about disassembling the police force and like just a bunch of stuff. What
I
were
mean,
you saying?
he doesn't believe that people should own property, so you can't own a house. I don't even know. Can you own a car? Can you own anything? Maybe you don't even own your clothes. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. He doesn't believe in owning things. I don't think. Um, and so with Mayor Eric Adams, this now it gives for example Cuomo a large portion of people that do not like Mamdani to it gives him a chance to get more votes for the upcoming election in November. Pretty sure was November 4th is the election, I think.
Yes,
Um, and so Andrew Cuomo, who he's also the governor of New York,
he was the former governor. Then he
or
resigned.
he resigned.
But he was a New York City candidate. I don't know if he is he under a different party. I mean, must maybe
No,
he
he's
ran
still
under.
he. I'm pretty sure he's still on. Well, he lost a Democratic primary to Mamdani, right?
Yes,
Um, I think he's just running independently now because he really doesn't like Mamdani. I think
I
so.
mean, will he? The thing is, I just feel like if everybody unifies against Mondami, maybe that
Yeah,
person can win.
but that's
I
the
think it's
thing.
gonna. Yeah,
Nobody wants to give up ground, especially between Cuomo now and Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa. He's that guy with like the beret or whatever.
yeah,
You know him?
yeah. He used to belong to group, like he used to patrol the subways.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah. He used to patrol the subways and stuff. He had this group that he ran. Yeah, I know what you're talking
yeah,
about. I was just talking about him like last night.
was the guard? Was it? I'm not sure, but it was like a group. There's like a. I don't know if you want to call it a vigilante group, but they were definitely like
Yeah,
try to stop crime.
yeah.
What?
I would. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. This was already doing big. So Mayor Eric Adams is fallen out of the re-election, and now it's down to Cuomo and Curtis Sliwa. So I don't see Cuomo or Sliwa dropping out of this race, to put it bluntly. Um, even I think the best option, if either one of them were to have a better chance of dropping out, well, better chance of winning because the other ones drop out. I think Andrew Cuomo would have a better chance, only
Yeah.
because if Curtis Lewa dropped out right now, um, all the Republican like people that were supporting Curtis Lewa, they would vote for Cuomo only because they do not want Mamdani. Whereas Andrew Cuomo, if he dropped out and it was just Curtis Lewa versus Mamdani, um, the problem there is I think some of the Cuomo supporters would support Mamdani only because they do not like a Republican candidate.
That's actually a good way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I mean, he was, I guess, supposedly the centrist candidate. What I didn't like about him was during the pandemic, he um, he closed down the nursing homes, but he didn't allow people to visit the residents in the nursing home. So if someone had a relative in a nursing home, they couldn't visit them for a certain period of time, which
And,
horrible. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
people don't.
you're from New York. I completely forgot. Yeah,
I was there. Yeah, 2020.
New York City,
So,
right?
New York City. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up to
Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. Where you at?
Staten Island, Brooklyn, then Staten Island. So I guess you could say like the suburbs within the city. But
Suburbs.
yeah,
Okay.
where he's gonna Curtis Leroy had like about I think like 31% of the vote last time. I mean, maybe he can get 35%. I just don't see him getting percent threshold. I mean, I guess you're right. Como versus Mondami, maybe it's gonna be even then. It's gonna be pretty close. I mean, it seems like
Yeah.
Como is, but I think he just did too much. Yeah, during the pandemic that people didn't like. Plus, I guess he forcefully resigned due to that. I think it was a sexual harassment against like a girl or something. Even though I think it was very small. I'm not saying it wasn't legit, but I'm like he did worse things that would disqualify him. I don't know why they had to choose that one.
All right. I think we need to end this topic short because we still have freaking too many topics. I gotta get out of here soon. Freaking work, bro.
Oh, next one is
Anyways, huh?
yeah, yeah. I can mention the next article.
Okay, yeah. Mention the next article.
EA bought out by Arabic company.
Yes. EA has been bought up by an Arabic company. So for those who don't know, Electronic Arts, a major gaming company that makes a bunch of games like most notably Battlefield. Specifically, this is going to probably affect majorly Battlefield 6, which is going to be coming out soon. I don't know if they came out already or if it's coming out soon, but either way. So some key takeaways here. The latest big deal in the video game business came Monday when Electronic Arts said it agreed to be taken private for $55 billion. That followed the late 2023 closure of Activision Blizzard's sale to Microsoft, a buyout worth $69 billion. So last year, well, not last year, the year before last year, I remember this happening. Microsoft bought out Activision Blizzard. So you know Activision Blizzard, right, Richard?
I've heard of it.
So Activision Blizzard, they're the ones responsible for COD. You know, Call of
Okay.
Duty.
Oh, Duty. Yes, yes.
Yeah, they're the ones that do Call of Duty. So Microsoft bought out Call of Duty, and that's why you could get Call of Duty on the game on Xbox Game Pass. Um, so this is already getting big, as you could see here. I don't know what this will entail, but it looks like this Arabic company or whatever it's called. Let me pull it up. I want to see if the company's name is on here because I don't know what the name of the company is. I just know
Wait,
it's a company from Saudi Arabia.
the other company that acquired it.
Um, now I don't know why this article's talking about Roblox now, but whatever. What it would look like, what's happening, is that these major corporate giants in the gaming industry now, are acquiring up other companies now and adding them to their portfolio so that people will like subscribe or go for their games instead of like the other. They're trying to build up their portfolio, just like like streaming services, how they like try to get as much series, TV shows, and movies in their
Mhm.
category, like their portfolio. It's basically the
Yeah.
same thing that's happening here, just with video games now. And I think what you can expect is that you're going to be seeing the same thing that happened to um, TV. Was it streaming? You're going to see that same thing happen just to video games now. You're going to see that happen to video games. I mean, it already started with Xbox and them expanding Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and because they took off, because Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, they had EA in Ultimate. This right now takes EA off of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I think. I think that's what will happen now, and that's going to be big for a lot of people. That's going to be a game changer because nobody want to pay um like freaking $80 every year to buy the same dang game, but with updated graphics and upgraded roster for the same sports game. Like Richard, you've seen these sports video games and they just sell like a copy every year, but it's literally the same game but with an updated roster or maybe an updated graphics, but it's literally the same game.
Yeah, they just want to charge more money. Just oh, it's a new game, so they can
Yeah,
charge the new price.
it's a bunch of BS. But anyways, let's get on to the next topic here.
The final article,
Yeah, let's go on to the final article.
the new YouTube hype feature and what this will mean going forward.
So we got the final thing here, which is I'm on the official YouTube blog here, and they added a new feature called YouTube Hype. So it says it's a 2-minute read here, so that's good. Should be created hype to give fans a unique way to help their favorite emerging creators get noticed because we know how hard it can be for smaller channels to break through. Today, we're thrilled to announce that Hype is now live in 39 countries, including the US, UK, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, and India, so fans worldwide can help creators grow. So basically, what this is YouTube basically replaced the trending section. Do you remember how they had a trending section, Richard?
Yes, in the beginning, I guess when you first do a search, they put like the top 5 or the top 10
Yeah.
most.
So they replaced the trending with this tab called Hype. And what it is it's for small channels, sort of. It's from channels that have 500 subscribers to 500,000 subscribers and are part of the YouTube Partnership Program. That's big. It's for YouTubers that are part of the YouTube Partnership Program. So if you are not part of the YouTube Partnership Program, you cannot be a part of this. If you are under 500 subscribers, you cannot be a part of this. If you are under the required 3,000 hours, then you need to be part of that YouTube partnership. You cannot be a part of this. And that's what's a lot of BS about this. Is that they have labeled this 500 to 500,000 as small channels. So that means channels like ours, right, for example, which does not have a single subscriber as of right now, right? That means we are tiny channels. We are even smaller. We're tiny channels. It makes it even harder for us. However, this hype feature, I wouldn't rely on it too much even if you are in that range. Because all it does is just put your video up on the trending. Nobody even checks it, to be honest. Have you ever checked trending with trending? That trending tab was there? Because I know I didn't.
Very few times. But
Very few times. Like, it was nobody checks that, right? Most people, they just like watch videos based off their what's on there for you or like recommended, like on
yes,
their browsing, right? This nobody's really going to check. I mean, I like the idea for it, but it will not affect the YouTube algorithm. It will not. All it does is it pushes your video up in basically trending or like number one hyped or up the hype chart. And they got different categories, obviously. And what happens is they have like hype points. That way, channels that have less viewers and less subscribers, they can compete with those that have 500,000 subscribers, for example, and a lot of more viewers than them. So what it does is every time you hype a video, if you hype a video from somebody that has 500,000 subscribers, they will not, that channel will not get, that video will not get as much hype points. But a lot more people are hyping it up, right? But if you hype up a video from a channel that's super small and the video has very few views, like let's say it does have the 500 subscribers, and this video only has like 1,000 views, right? If you hype up that video, that video will get a lot of more hype points. So opposed to the 500,000 where you're only giving them like 50 hype points, as opposed to the 500 subscriber YouTube channel with 1,000 views, they will get like 900 hype points. Does that make sense?
It makes a little bit of sense, but
Yeah.
you're saying that it doesn't really help though if you have less than 500.
Yeah, it does not help. This whole thing does not apply to you if you are not in the YouTube partnership program or if you're below the 500 subscriber threshold, and basically if you're not at the 3,000 hour minimum.
Well, how do you belong to the YouTube partnership program?
Oh, you have to meet 500 subscribers and meet the 3,000 hour watch time requirement.
Oh, wow.
Two.
Okay.
So I would, for those of you that are not at that threshold, I would not worry about this whatsoever. And even if you are in that threshold to be in this program, I wouldn't worry about it either. Because at the end of the day, you want the YouTube algorithm to give your video to people that actually want to watch your content and are actually interested in your content, as opposed to focusing on hype, where it just gets shown on a page that people will see, and they'll probably not be interested in your content anyways, and it will not affect the YouTube algorithm whatsoever. It will not have, YouTube will not push your videos more just because your video is hyped. So I generally think this is useless for the time being until they fix it. I think they should fix it, right?
What about 15-second like clips? Do you think it helps for that? Oh, short hype. Maybe but I think you need to have some sort of subscriber base already, or
yeah, you basically need like to have been successful a little bit, right?
right.
So for us, we don't need to worry about this at all for now. They need to fix this, honestly, because it makes it labels anybody from, because saying 500,000 subscribers is a small channel, that's insane to me. That's absurd. That's absurd. In that case, what the heck is a decently sized channel? And what is a large sized channel? Are you talking like, is Mr. Beast a large sized channel? Because obviously he is, but like, that. Are you saying, like, let's say, like somebody has like 2 million subscribers? Is that a decently sized channel? That's not, because in my view, that's pretty big.
I agree.
Whereas Mr.
Up to that, even to 1 million, people take years to get up to that level.
Yeah, people take a long time to get there, especially with how we talked about the other podcasts. The views are going down, starting to go down now. No, I think that might just be YouTube though. But either way, I think this should probably be the end of the podcast. We are just hit the 1 hour mark here on the podcast, so that was pretty quick, I would say. pretty quick, even though it's an hour freaking long. Oh my gosh. All right, Richard, do you have anything to say to anybody here? To everybody
Uh,
here watching? No.
regarding, just the news or just anything going on with me? Or...
Anything going on with your dating life? Like how we have a
Yeah, I mean,
segment.
went on a
Make
second.
it brief. Make it brief. Make it brief.
Yeah, just we went on a second date yesterday. Just talking to one girl, seeing how it goes. You know, so far it's okay, but definitely just keep you guys updated.
Keep you guys updated. Let's go. The journey's just getting started here, Chad. It's just getting started. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe. And obviously, you can't hype us up here, so don't even bother with that. Don't go searching for that. Um, but yeah, make sure to comment down below what you guys think about the recent news and what do you think the next step is for Richard's dating life here is. So yeah, that's about it. I'm blurring out here. There we go. Um, would you say, Richard, that my camera quality is a lot better now?
Yeah, yeah, a lot better than the first video for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot better. I think the viewers are gonna like my camera quality a lot better now, definitely. However, I do feel bad that they had to look at my other webcam. You know, the bad one from
Mhm.
my laptop. They have to look at that whenever I'm pulling up a website because I have it in the. It's small though. It's small. It's not the best. But anyways, let's end it off here. Thank you guys for watching so much. Like, subscribe. This has been it for the Jeff P-Cast. That's right, we're calling it the P-Cast because I couldn't think of anything else. So thank you guys for watching and goodbye. Richard, you want to say goodbye?
All right, so long, everybody. Until next time.
Bye bye, chat.